Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop, and we're right here today. I am the president of the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce, and I'm bringing you something that I experienced this weekend that I thought was fantastic, and I want to share with you as well. My guest today is Mr. Hector Tapia. Hector, how you doing, dude?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Man, you know what? I saw you at the parade.
Yes.
And you hit me. Hey, Lonzo, I want you to come to my event. Okay, no problem. And I forgot all about it. And then I was blessed to run into you again in City Hall last week as I was leaving the meeting in City Hall. And you reminded me, hey, Lonzo, come to my event. I get to the event, and I'm like, wow, you got the streets blocked off. You got the city councilman here. You got Miss Duhart there. I got one of my partners there, Rayford Owens. And then the mayor shows up, and I'm looking at the whole experience, and I was very impressed, Doc. I was very impressed by what you were doing. Tell the audience what you have going on, man.
Well, thank you very much, first of all. And I really think that that has been God doing all this work, man. You know, like he's been making everybody's times align, and everything's just been working together. It's coming together, and I really appreciate your help. I appreciate the Compton City representatives for their help and support. Captain Donald from the fire department, Pastor Owens, like you mentioned. We've been having the support of the whole community, and it seems like Compton's ready to take a new step and accept new ideas, kind of like this one that we're bringing forth. So, pretty much, go ahead.
You are totally right, man. I feel the exact same way. Compton I'm in, because of the chamber, I'm in Compton a lot more, and I'm seeing a new attitude from the citizens. I'm seeing a new attitude from City Hall. We got a lot of work to do. Yes. We got a lot of work to do, but it ain't just on the 5 people that sit on the city council. The citizens got to help. The people that work for Compton got to help, and people like us, we got to help.
Yes. I truly believe that it's going to take the full community, neighbors, people that are in social media, people that have a platform like yourself, you know, people that have been through it, you know, that like myself, that have been put under a lot of let's call it how can I say it? It's self-inflicted pain and suffering. You know what I mean? I put myself through a lot of stuff during my young years, and now I'm ready with that to bring that experience to use it towards a positive.
All right, Hector, tell us your story, man.
Okay, so my name is Hector Tapia. I'm from originally from South Central Los Angeles. I was born and raised there. I do have family in the city of Compton that I'm looking to help, and now my extended family, which is now the community of Compton. So I came up with this idea called Signs for Life, in inspiration of my nephew, Devin Taylor. He's 18 years old. He's a mixed kid. He's growing up on the street, 300 block of Peach and Oleander. Well, he's a good athlete. He plays basketball, football. He is super tall. He's 6'3", and I would hate for somebody to mistake him for a gang member, right? The 300 block of Peach Street is historically a headquarters of a local gang. There has been for decades and decades, right? But the gang's been gone for quite some time. So I came up with an idea to try to put up a sign on the corner and say, hey, you know what? No gang members live here anymore. Leave us alone, right? But then I had to do one up. I actually ordered a legit sign that we ended up putting on the corner. And I had to go a little bit further, create an organization for me to get heard, because otherwise I was just Joe Blow from the city. So I got the mayor's blessing. She had a meeting with me. She approved the sign. We took it a step further and wanted to make a block closure event, and in order to inaugurate this sign so that we can get some kind of media coverage, your platform coverage, and just for the community to find out that, hey, you know what, in celebration, that one little cul-de-sac is now gang free. That city block is now gang free from what it once was. Now that city block can start to get resources that it hadn't been reached in a long time. Now city officials will know that those citizens are ready to work in conjunction with them and bring a better light to the city of Compton, specifically in that little block. By doing that event, by inviting, wonderful guests like yourself, now word is getting spread. Fire department was there, sheriff department was aware, and now when they take a call, they're gonna know, and they drive by, they're gonna know that, hey, you know what? All those people in that cul-de-sac are just regular citizens that want to live a regular life.
Now, you said the gangs, there used to be a gang headquarters.
Yes.
And the gangs have moved on. What happened? Did they move on just over time, or they hauled off to jail, or what?
Well, you know what? Statistically, some of them have fell to the statistics. Some of them are dead, some of them in prison. But you know what? More than anything, I think it's just time did its thing, where a lot of them have moved on to to be successful. Some of them are even successful now. They have careers. They've chosen a better life. You know what I mean? It's not all negative. Some of those people that have lived that gang life have gone on to start their families, to raise their family, have bought their own homes, and time has did its thing pretty much with that cul-de-sac. Now the demographic has changed a little bit. You still have some of the originals. My aunt has been on that block for 45 years. There's a lady across the street from her that she's been there 47 years. There's some originals that have been there forever, but there are some newer people that are ready to bring in and bring back pride of ownership, clean the block up and make it a better place for kids to grow up.
I was talking to Mayor Emma Sharif not long ago, and I was telling her and the city, some of the members for the city council, that Compton still lives under the umbrella of the 80s and 90s. People still think Compton. People actually think people have people on the corners with AK-47s shooting their cars and shit, right? And I'm like, what? I do interviews all over the world, man. And I never did forget. I did an interview in from France, and the guys actually came to Compton to interview me. Could you tell us where the gangbangers are? I'm like, man, I don't know where those gangbangers are. Okay, could you? Where's the drive-bys at? And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's just amazing that the perception of Compton has not changed over the past 25, maybe 30 years. And Compton itself has changed tremendously. We still, like I said before, we still got some things we got to work out. It ain't 100% gang free, but it's a lot less than what it was. In fact, when I met with the sheriff, he showed me the statistics on the murders have dropped considerably. Okay, the deaths in Compton have dropped considerably. We got a few more altercations, but for the most part, the death toll has dropped down to I don't think it's an all-time low, but it's been very low compared to what it was in the past. And I'm glad to be a part of that. And I just want to support you and anybody else that got anything to do with making Compton a better place.
Yeah, so congratulations to the city of Compton, because statistically, the gang crime is at a historical low. Let's call it. You know what I mean? So we're seeing a rise in the community to where the people were ready. A lot of people have great jobs. A lot of people are finding themselves to go and apply and work for the city of Compton. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great people that I've met there that are actual local residents, and they're all pushing in the same direction. It's going to take everybody for the city of Compton to get the attention, the positive attention that it deserves, because as you can see, negative attention will linger, and it will linger and linger for decades.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In fact, I'm looking to find out. I want somebody out of Compton to create a variety. I want artists out of Compton to create a variety of theme songs for the city of Compton. Compton don't have a theme song. Compton, straight out of Compton, is not a theme song for Compton. Okay, I would love to see some artists create theme songs about Compton. Something maybe we can adapt. I want it to be from all genres. I want it to be from R&B, gospel, Spanish, hip hop, the whole 9 yards, spoken word. I want to see what kind of talent Compton really has, and I know Compton can be represented in a positive way if we push that issue. Yes,
I truly believe that something like that can happen. Just off the top of my head, I can think of a couple of artists. I think we got Michael T.J. Fisher, that's gospel. There's several gospel groups that can contribute to that. There's a big hit music group that's going on right now. They're called Los Desvelados. They got hit records, and they just joined a big giant music group, and they're actual locals too. They're Spanish group. I'm sure there's several groups out there, and if the right person gives them the right nudge, I'm sure they would get right on, right?
All right. Hey, did you have any resistance when you started doing your project, man? About no gangs over there?
It was very very minimal. For the majority, during the parade, I had my daughter walking around with the sign throughout the whole parade, and I'd say 95% of the people were clapping at it. They were praising it. They took pictures with it. Some of them wanted to know about it, and they were even requesting that we would put some on their street. So the majority of it's been positive. It's so minimal that they don't even deserve a mention. You know what I mean?
I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
I definitely want to include you with my Hood Peace campaign. I've been working on this for a minute now, and we're ready to launch the campaign. It's a series of street signs, just like in a campaign where you put their favorite candidates sign in your front yard. We got signs for the same. I'm gonna come by and bring you some. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hook you up. If not today, tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna get you some signs, get you a hat, and we need to work together, dude, because this is something we can't do it by ourselves. It's not a one-man project. It's not a two-man project. This is a city project.
Yes, definitely. I'm ready and willing to be at your service, whatever it is that you guys need. I'm here. You can count on that. Yeah.
You got it. Man, how can people find you or find out more about what you're doing, Hector?
So we're working on a website right now. I think next week it should be all done and ready. And for now, we're going to use our social media platform. We're on Instagram at SoCal Signs for Life. And then email, you can reach me out at email to get a request for one of these signs to be placed on your corner at SoCal Signs for Life at gmail.com.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, so there is a process I would like to mention for the community that's still active in the gang life. I just want to respectfully and from the bottom of my heart, I understand the passion behind gang war. I understand the passion and the love behind the camaraderie behind it, but there's been a lot of innocent victims, and more than anything, that's all we're trying to save is the innocent victims. We understand and we respect your fight. We understand, we respect your passion behind it. And I just want you to know that whenever you do see one of our signs at a street corner, I want you to know that we did our due diligence. We knocked on every single door. We met every person, and we made sure and we confirmed that no gang members live on that corner. So rest assured that we did our homework. We made sure, and we're not just going to be putting these signs up on any corner. These signs belong only on blocks that were historically a headquarters, so that other gangs that drive around and still at the back of their head assume that those gang members are still on that block. They're no longer.
Hector, check this out. I'm gonna share something with you.
Yeah.
If we can find a way to get the violence out of gang life, stop the war, stop the killing, I wouldn't care if you were Crip or Blood, G13, whatever the case may be. And what I'm about to say is gonna sound crazy as shit. But if they looked at themselves being more of a fraternity as opposed to a gang, take the violence out and redirect their energy to be more positive, and we could have a hell of a city, dude. We could have a hell of a country. Because right now, the biggest thing we have going against us is we're all divided against each other. Black, brown, black on black, brown on black, whatever the case may be. We're all divided against each other. Meanwhile, everybody else is winning and we not.
So it's more than anything, like I mentioned earlier, it's all self-inflicted. I did it to myself, and in a group, we all did it to ourselves, and our community, our parents, our family were carrying our cross that wasn't their cross to carry. Houses, grandma's house is getting shot up, right. Auntie's house getting shot up, behind me hanging out outside that house or bringing negative attention to that house. And I kind of want to change that up with this new idea. And I think it's something that's going to hit,
We got to connect, Hector. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me. Say that one more time.
Anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
No, that's pretty much it, man. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and thank God for putting us together. I want to thank Mayor Sharif and her whole team at City of Compton, District Member Deidre Duhart. I want to thank all their secretary liaisons, Captain Donald from the fire department. I want to thank the Deputy Harkless at the LASD, Compton Sheriffs. I want to thank Pastor Owens. Thank the community. I want to thank you, Lonzo, and your platform. and your full team. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you.
Much love, Hector, man. Stay strong. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I got you.
Yeah,
all right, folks. We're out of here. Lonzo, the godfather of West Coast hip hop, and the president of Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce, folks, with another community update. Much love to you all, folks. Thank you very much. We're out of here till next time.